Hello people, so today marks the 20th anniversary of the Battle of Hogwarts. It was this day on the 2nd of May 1998 when all hell broke loose on Hogwarts Castle and Lord Voldemort was finally defeated. So, to mark this significant event in Wizarding World history, I thought I would list the top 15 unforgettable moments from the Battle of Hogwarts. So in preparation of filming this video, I reread the Battle of Hogwarts from the book Deathly Hallows, and I think I've got everything in chronological order. Okay, so number 1. Hermione and Ron finally kiss. This was one of the most anticipated moments in the entire series. Are Ron and Hermione going to get together? But because there was a war going on, as Harry rightly says when the kiss actually happens, it is very unexpected for a kiss to happen, and especially in the way that it did. Let's not forget the way it actually happened. In the films they kiss in the Chamber of Secrets, but in the books it is, I believe, outside of the Room of Requirement. It's partly the fact that it was so unexpected. Well, the kiss itself was expected at some point. Well, you kind of hoped it was going to happen. In the actual moment when it happened, it was kind of unexpected, and, you know, it was also this oh my god, finally kind of moment, you know, they finally kissed. What with everything else that was going on during the battle, during the Wizarding War, it was a lighter, happier, joyful moment amongst all of the chaos. So yeah, definitely an unforgettable moment. Number 2 is Harry doesn't leave anyone behind in the Room of Requirement. So here we are talking about the scene where Harry, Ron and Hermione are in the Room of Requirement, the Room of Lost Things or whatever it's called, and they're looking for the lost diadem, only to find that they have company in the form of Draco, Crabbe and Goyle. So there's a bit of a fight going on, and then I think it's Crabbe sets off the fiend fire, the cursed fire, sets the whole room alight. Harry and Hermione find broomsticks and they are going to escape, but Harry decides no, he's going to go back and they are going to rescue Draco, Crabbe and Goyle. Unfortunately, they couldn't save Crabbe, but Goyle and Draco were saved. What with everything that Harry and Draco have been through over their whole schooling career, Harry knowing that he is a Death Eater and he was plotting to kill Dumbledore last year, he wants to save his life. Harry kind of owed it to Draco, didn't he? Because Draco had saved Harry, Ron and Hermione in Malfoy Manor when he didn't tell Bellatrix that it was Harry sitting in front of him when he obviously knew it was Harry. Everything that happened between Harry and Draco, it all boiled down to survival, and Harry still wanted to save Draco. That is just a really cool thing. Definitely unforgettable. Number 3 is the first significant death we come across. It is Fred Weasley's death. Fred Weasley's death, for me, is one of the most heartbreaking ones because it just didn't need to happen. Why did she kill Fred Weasley? I do not know. Fred dies with a laugh on his face. He dies making a joke about Percy, his brother. But it was great that Percy had kind of reunited with his family before Fred died as well. That was really cool. And again, it was just another unexpected thing, you know. One minute he's making a joke and dueling with Percy, and the next minute there's this huge explosion and he's died. I'm sorry, J.K. Rowling, but I still can't accept it. A very emotional moment and definitely unforgettable. Am I going to say that at the end of all of these? Number 4, Luna, Ernie and Seamus save Harry, Ron and Hermione from Dementors. Right, so this isn't actually a very well remembered scene. I don't think so. It's the part where Harry, Ron and Hermione, if I remember correctly, are going towards the Shrieking Shack, towards Voldemort, because they know that he's there, and they come across this horde of Dementors. They're trying to produce Patronuses, but they can't, you know, they've just seen Fred die. They can't produce a Patronus. Harry, for the first time, can't produce a Patronus. And next thing you know, there are Patronuses coming out of nowhere, and it's Luna Lovegood, Seamus Finnegan and Ernie Macmillan. They were taught by Harry himself, and they save the day. And, you know, it's just this really kind of random event. In the film, they are also rescued from Dementors, but it is Aberforth Dumbledore casting the Patronus. But yeah, I just like the fact that it's actually members of the Order of the Phoenix saving Harry. They only knew that spell because Harry had taught them, and Dumbledore's army didn't die. It was reignited, and yeah, it's just really awesome. Number 5, we have another death. It is the death of Remus and Tonks. Remus Lupin and Nymphadora Tonks. They lost their lives at the Battle of Hogwarts. How I always imagined it, Tonks sees Remus's body lying on the floor. He'd just been killed by Rookwood, and along comes Bellatrix, and Tonks doesn't even defend herself. She's just lying there with her husband, and Bellatrix kills her. I don't know if that's how it happened. She might have put up a fight, I don't know, but that's how I always imagined it. I don't even know if we actually know how it happened. Regardless of the details, it is so devastating that they die. They had just got married, they had a newborn baby at home, and now this baby is an orphan. And I know that is exactly why J.K. Rowling killed them off, because it shows orphans in war. That was shown by Harry, wasn't it? You didn't have to kill Remus and Tonks. Remus and Tonks' deaths, it's just really sad, because Remus has finally found some happiness, you know. If you saw my character breakdown of Remus Lupin, you would know all my thoughts about Remus's life and all the troubles and strife he was going through to finally find happiness, and then he had to die at the end. Number 6 is Snape's memories. I couldn't pinpoint just one. The whole of Snape's memories is just mind-blowing revelation after mind-blowing revelation. We find out, first of all, that Snape and Lily were friends. And then we find out that Snape was in love with her. Snape was in love with Harry Potter's mother, and that was the reason he stopped being a Death Eater. And then we find out that Dumbledore's death was all planned, and we find out that Harry is a Horcrux. There are so many revelations in Snape's memories, and it's definitely unforgettable. Number 7 is Colin Creevey's death. The reason this death is significant is because it's Colin Creevey. He's always idolised Harry. He's always just wanted to be a Gryffindor, you know, show his Gryffindor pride. He was underage. He shouldn't have even been there. You know, it just emphasises the fact that these people are innocent, pure innocent people, most of them. And just seeing Hogwarts students being killed is just so heartbreaking. Number 8, Harry uses the Resurrection Stone. At this point, Harry's just seen Snape's memories. He is going into the Forbidden Forest to give himself up. He knows he's a Horcrux. He knows he has to die. He opens a snitch and there's the Resurrection Stone, and he sees all these people around him who have died, all these people he loved. He sees his parents, he sees Sirius, he sees Lupin. They're there for him. And that's such a comfort to Harry, that immense comfort he must be feeling knowing that they are actually around him. Number 9, Harry talks to Dumbledore. So this is after Harry had used the killing curse on Harry, and they're in this kind of limbo land, which Harry describes as being King's Cross Station. I think at this point Harry had a choice, you know. He walked into that forest accepting he was going to die, but when he enters this limbo kind of land, he realises that he actually has a choice at this point. He could go on and live and try and defeat Voldemort, or he could just give up, and he doesn't. The main thing is Harry gets to speak to Dumbledore one last time. Really epic and, yeah, unforgettable. How can you forget Harry talking to Dumbledore in his head? Number 10 is Narcissa Malfoy successfully lies to Voldemort. So yeah, this is the part where Harry comes out from limbo. He is alive, but he stays still. He hears the other Death Eaters around him and Voldemort around him, and he asks for someone to check if he's dead. There's Narcissa. She whispers, "Is Draco still alive?" And Harry nods. Because she knows that Draco is alive, she spares him. She doesn't give him up. You know, that was a really awesome thing for Narcissa to do anyway, to spare Harry's life. But that's not the thing here. The thing here is the fact that she was able to lie to Voldemort. I would assume that Voldemort would have been using legilimency, so she must be skilled at legilimens too. You know, she was able to successfully lie to him. This is something that only Snape was able to do, supposedly, and Narcissa Malfoy's done it as well. So yeah, props for being a powerful witch, Narcissa Malfoy, and also props for not telling Voldemort that Harry was actually still alive. Number 11, Neville stands up to Voldemort and kills Nagini. These were going to be two separate things, but because I wanted it to be 15 and not 16, I put them in the same thing. This is a complete change in Neville's character. It's just the fact that Neville stood up for Voldemort. This is Neville. And also that moment when he gets Gryffindor's sword and he kills Nagini. That is such an iconic moment during the Battle of Hogwarts. Neville gets to destroy a Horcrux. He doesn't know he's doing it, but he does it. For number 12, I have got magical creatures join the battle. And I mean magical creatures joining the battle on the good side. And there are specific creatures I want to mention here. There's Grawp, Hagrid's half-giant brother. The centaurs are also there. Centaurs don't really have that much to do with witches and wizards, but here they are joining in and again on our side. Buckbeak. We see Buckbeak. When was the last time we saw Buckbeak? But it's mentioned that Buckbeak is there. The main one here is House. House coming out of the kitchens, being led by Creature. Creature is there. Here he is fighting for our side, and it's just like, oh my god, yes. Number 13, we have another death, but this is a good death. This is the death of Bellatrix Lestrange. Molly Weasley killing Bellatrix is one of the most epic and unforgettable moments of the entire battle. Badass Molly Weasley, she kills Voldemort's most favourite follower. There she is, just she's done it. She's got rid of her. Number 14 is Harry and Voldemort's showdown. I hate the way it happens in the film. I'm sorry, those of you who really like the Deathly Hallows Part 2 film. Final showdown between Harry and Voldemort, although it looks really epic and really good for on screen, the way they did it, and I suppose I can kind of understand that. It's done so much better in the books, in the Great Hall, with everyone else watching, and, you know, you get badass Harry Potter. You know, he doesn't call him Voldemort anymore, no. He's stripping him of his Voldemortness. He's calling him Tom Riddle, just like Dumbledore used to. And he's telling him, oh, you thought Snape was yours, but he wasn't. He was Dumbledore's. Oh, you thought that the Elder Wand was yours, when actually no. It's mine. Just the way Harry is when he's doing the speeches, and he can see that Voldemort's getting worried. And then, of course, Harry does his signature move. He uses Expelliarmus while Voldemort uses Avada Kedavra, and it backfires because the Elder Wand wasn't his. I should really be holding the Elder Wand right now. Let me just get the Elder Wand. This wand right here. This wand never belonged to Voldemort because it never belonged to Snape. It belonged to Draco, and then it belonged to Harry. And I love the fact that Harry doesn't actually kill Voldemort. It's actually Voldemort's backfired curse that kills him. So even by the end of it, Harry didn't really kill anyone. Well, he killed a basilisk, but that's about it, isn't it? Because he didn't even technically kill Quirrell. This is moving us swiftly on to number 15, which is that Harry mends his own wand and takes the Elder Wand and puts it back in its rightful place. Another thing I hate about the film is that Harry just snaps the Elder Wand in half, flings it over the bridge, and that's it at the end of the day, when actually in the book Harry mends his own original wand because, you know, so frustrating, you forgot to do that, Harry. And then this Elder Wand goes back to Dumbledore, and he's hoping that once Harry dies, no one has defeated him, and so the Elder Wand's power dies with Harry. And, you know, that is just such a better way of doing it. And snapping it in two, it's supposed to be the most powerful wand out there. How can you just snap it like a twig? You know, I hate that scene. So yeah, there you go. They are my 15 unforgettable moments from the Battle of Hogwarts. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up because that'd be awesome. Let me know in the comments anything that you thought I'd missed out, anything that you agree with, disagree with. If you're new to my channel and you haven't already, please don't forget to subscribe to join my little magical corner. I make videos every single week, so come and subscribe to join the fun. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will see you next time. I did it without my camera dying.